Hello everyone, it's Aloxist, and today I'll be reading the patch notes for October 22nd. Now this is something I don't usually do because other content creators do it already, but I decided that it was interesting enough to warrant a video, so let's get to it. So here we have here are the patch notes for October 22nd, so change, rework grapples. Yes, we knew they were going to do this. Grapples will now be based on the size of the family member. This is not going to change much, quite frankly. It's going to maybe make it so Anna needs like 10 extra strength, but it's not going to change much because Leland and Anna are the bigger grapplers. People don't mind being grappled by Sunny, by Connie, by any other character. This is mostly a nerf to Julie because of it. We still don't know how this works because maybe there can be quirks with the HP. So maybe Leland can no longer grapple hands if he's like at 75% health. I don't know how it'll work. I'll have to take a look at it. We'll have to do testing. It's still too early to know. Fixed victim endurance. Victim endurance will now apply properly. Yeah, it was a bug. They accidentally reverted the rework they did a few patches ago, so now that's going to be working again. But perfect, no problems for me. But good fix. Nugget. So this is the first interesting change I see. Nugget's noise notification range has been increased. And for those that don't know, when you get a toolbox or a tool or a bone scrap and you make noise doing it, that noise notification is visible through the entire map, or at least it's a very, very big range. So Nugget is now going to be similar to that, I assume, or at least it's going to be a bigger range, and that's good because Nugget is kind of inconsequential unless you're already like watching the exit. So this is also a buff to Animal Farm, and I have no problem with this. This is a really simple and good change. Oh boy, I see it peeking there. Choose fight perk. Oh boy, that's a controversial one. Let's see what they have done. Yeah, we have tuned the choose fight perk accordingly. Sneak attacks and close encounters will stun family members for 1.5, 2, and 2.5 seconds. My god, about damn time they nerfed this perk. This perk is the biggest problem the game has right now. It is annoying to deal with. It's basically a crutch. It's really easy to do. I personally prefer door slams. Door slams require a little bit more input from both players, and there can be counterplay. It's still victim side is door slams, by the way, but I prefer door slams as to being grappled and being stunned for 5 seconds. This will completely kill the rushing objectives. Well, not really. It's just not going to be as good, quite frankly. It's a very good change. About damn time. This will make the game feel so much better for family, of course. Victims already have enough tools to be really good. They don't need choose fight. I've won plenty of times without choose fight. It's just a crutch perk. Like, oh, I'm glad it's nerfed. Empowered. We have tuned the Empowered perk accordingly. The perk Empower will once again award health points after surviving a close encounter. 10, 20, and 30. I think that's lower. I think it was 50 before. I'm pretty sure it was 50 before. And honestly, I never had a problem with Empowered. It was always choose fight, my problem. It was always a stun. So, yeah, and now this is going to be a little bit less valuable because Leland and other characters have like extra drip now. But if you want a little bit of HP, like, I think that's good. It's this is about a small health pack. So maybe if you get hit one time as you start the grapple, you're going to get that health pack. It's not that big of a buff. I'm perfectly okay with this. I think this is fine. Choose Flight perk. We have tuned the Choose Flight perk accordingly. Choose Flight will now grant speed bonus for a limited time when activated. Oh! Okay, so when you use Choose Flight, as we know, it has one stack. You can now gain movement speed for like 10 seconds if it's a level 3. That's actually kind of cute. I like that. I like that because the extra charges that it had originally were too strong. I didn't want them to add like extra charges. I think this is a really cute change because it will make the perk better when you use it without it being overwhelming. I still think this perk is good, by the way. Like, even before this buff, I thought this perk was actually pretty good. It has saved me a lot of times, especially as Connie. I can do this perk. We have tuned the I can do this perk accordingly when under 50%. Oh, it's these perks. Yeah, so these perks are the ones that that they grant you extra bonuses when you're under 5% health. So they made it 50%, and now they increased the lockpicking one. This is the proficiency one, I assume. Yeah, interesting. I really like that these values are not super high. I think if it was 15 or 20%, I think that would have been too overwhelming. I still think this is very strong, especially with how fast victims move. But I think the fact that you have to be under 50% health, it makes it a bit risky. So if a family member catches you, you're basically dead. I think this is good. I think this is a good change. Oh, they're doing it for like the rest. So same thing. I can make it. I can reduce the stamina consumed when under a certain amount of health. When under 50% health, your stamina consumption is 15% less, or you consume 50% less stamina. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you think, guys? I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm glad that they're changing these perks that were completely worthless. There's a lot of perks that are worthless. You can make so much new content simply by buffing perks that exist. It's insane. Doesn't take that much effort. We have tuned the Hush or Die perk accordingly. When under 50% health, you make 10, 20, and 30% less noise. I think that's cool. I think that's kind of cute. I think this is the weakest one, definitely, from what we've seen. But I think it's pretty decent. All right, let's keep going. We have tuned the Resilient perk. Yeah, Resilient. When under 50% health, you take 5%, 10, and 15% less damage. That's actually really good. What the hell? That's insanely good. Like, you have to be under 50% HP, but it won't protect you against like a Leatherface, I guess. But it can give you that one extra hit that you need to survive when you try to go to a well. I think this is really good. This is really damn good. Yeah, it's like, this is interesting. I actually like these changes because they're interesting. They're incredibly interesting. Anyways, wax on and wax off. This is the strength one. Oh, I see. So they didn't... Okay. Yeah, because I guess they could have made it so you stun longer or you grapple faster. But they didn't want to do that, so they just did this. I think that's a smart choice. I think that extra strength can help you. It was just the thresholds. The thresholds was 5%. That was useless. You never used those perks. But yeah, now they're good. Now victims have more options. I think you can give these to a lot of victims. Like to a lot of different victims. I think that's gonna be excellent. Cunning ability, focus. We have added a 3-second charge up to focus. What? Wait, what does that mean? So I'm assuming that if this means what I'm thinking, when you use focus, you don't instantly pop the lock. You have to wait 3 seconds and then you pop the lock. I think that's actually, yes, that's what it is. So that's actually very good because this nerfs the like Omega Rush victim squad. Like, I don't think rushing is bad, but I do think that 2 people would bone scraps and choose fight, and just with a cunning can just win you the game basically instantly by just rushing through an exit. You need all 3 family members to be there, and you need all 3 family members to play well as well. So I think this is gonna make it so it nerfs that playstyle. But if you're playing Connie normally, it won't change anything. Connie is the best victim in the game. I don't think this change is going to affect her much. She can still make instant progress. So this is just going to nerf when you are sniffing Connie's hair and she sneezes on a lock. She can no longer do that. I think this is perfect, actually. I think this is what Connie needed. Like, this is absolutely perfect. Nice job, Gun. Nice job. Julie ability, Ultimate Escape. Ultimate Escape will now grant Julie 20% movement speed for the first 3 seconds. Oh, okay. So, a lot of people have been saying how Julie's movement speed should be increased when using Ultimate Escape, and I agree with it, but the problem was that the ability lasted too long. So, if you gave her that bonus, you'd have to change the durations. Like, she could have like 20%, like even if it was 10% movement speed or 5% for 20 seconds, that's a big time. That's big distance right there. It's a long time. But if it's only for like a significant speed boost, like a little dash, if you want to call it that, it's like a little dash, For the first 3 seconds, that's pretty good. And then Ultimate Escape will now grant Julie 25% gap and crawl space traversal speed for its duration. So she has wireframe in her ability. That's a really good. Holy shit, that's actually really good. Julie's gonna be so much fun. Like, you can go through those places like so much quicker. You're going to be so much better in chase. Like, these two changes combined make, especially because they're base kit. They're not upgrades, they're base kit. It's just a flat buff to Julie. I think this is really good. Holy shit, I cannot wait to play Julie after this. She's gonna be like instant picked every game now. Especially because Julie's ability is like super low cooldown. Changed. Family introduction cutscene. Non-Leatherface family members will no longer watch the Leatherface Gallows cutscene. Thank God! About damn time. This fixes, like, this in combination with this choose fight nerf fixes the game. Like, the game is now infinitely better because of those two changes. Thank you. Like, about time. It's just, it was unnecessary. You lost so much time for doing that, for watching that dumb cutscene. Of course, Leatherface will still have it naturally, but I'm glad that it's gone for other family members. Family speed. All family member speed has been increased. Oh, and I see it right there that Scout perk has been retired. So they removed Scout. Scout is no more, and basically they increased family movement speed. That's actually really good because Victim could run for so long now. Like, because of the endurance changes that Victim got, they could run so long, and they were not originally designed to do that. Like, you cannot catch victims. And I think this is good because everyone ran Scout. Scout was like the perk for family. And now it's base kit. I think that's perfect. Now you can have a lot of perk variety with family. You can, this in combination with like the victim, like the victim changes. I think this is gonna like shake up the meta like a lot. Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so let's see here. What else have they changed? I like this so far. Blood harvesting. Blood harvesting will now affect Grandpa feeding speed. Blood harvesting will now affect blood collecting speed. Oh my god. Holy shit, blood harvesting went from like the worst stat to a pretty decent stat with these two changes. So this is like also a small buff to Sissy and like Nancy, which is really good because now they can collect and feed Grandpa like way faster. That's very effective. I really like this. This is what blood harvesting needed, quite frankly. It's just such a simple change that and it's easy to implement. I'm surprised they took this long to do it or to think about it, but they finally did it. That's so good. This is gonna shake up the meta. This is gonna make the game much more interesting. Sissy ability, Bane. Oh shit. What the hell? What is this? Bane will now do damage at base. Okay. Bane will restock one herb every 70 seconds. Oh my god. Like, thank you. Thank you. Finally, Sissy's gonna be really good. Victims affected by Bane will no longer be able to interact with objectives. Oh shit. So if you put a poison cloud down on a door or like fuse or a generator or something, the victims cannot do it. Like, they have to respect the poison cloud, because what happened before is that you would poison a door and then the victims, they just didn't care. Victims like Anna, victims like Connie, like, they just popped the thing. You would have to be right next to the poison cloud to get value from it. Well, now you can just blow a poison at a door or objective and forget about it for like 60 seconds. That's actually excellent. That's actually really good. That's a huge buff for Sissy. Like, this is what Sissy needed, because her slowdown wasn't super good. The only time where Sissy's slowdown was good if you caught the victims like going up a stair and you just like blew poison in their face and basically you slowed them down. That was it. Sissy is now going to be so incredibly good now because of this one change. Bane will now rebuild victims map wide. Wow, they are buffing Sissy. I like it. Sissy was like second to worst big family member in the game. This in combination with the movement speed buff, I think this is gonna be like, Sissy players are eating good, family players are eating good, but even victim players are eating pretty good with the empowered and the perk reworks. I think this is really good. Loving this so far. Bane's effect will now refresh if the victim remains in the poison cloud. Okay, that's a That's something that didn't happen, in case you didn't know. You could stay in the poison cloud for like 7 seconds, then go out, and the poison will just last for like an extra 5 seconds. Like, it won't refresh. So you could just stay in the poison cloud. I think this is just pretty good. So actually, because yeah, so base is now, this ability is now at base. Level 3 ability will give allies that walk through the poison cloud poison. Oh, so this is like special blend. It says a special blend on her level 3. That's actually pretty decent. That's actually not bad. It's actually, I think people are gonna use this now because, well, the other one is are pretty mediocre. I think you can also add those abilities to her base kit, but this already is like a laundry list of buff for Sissy that she needed. I think she's now going to be a proper threat. Good for her. Nancy ability, Spy. Clear Vision is now at base. Level 3 ability will now increase barbed wire damage. Oh, interesting. Right, so everyone used Clear Vision. It was just the de facto, and I'm glad it's at base. So next we have Nancy ability, Barbed Wire. Our wire setting speed has been increased. Barbed Wire reset speed has been increased. Barbed Wire damage has been increased. All 3 of these are incredibly welcomed. Nancy needed these. People have been asking for a Nancy buff for I don't know how long. For those that don't know, Barbed Wire deals 5 damage. It's pathetic. So I think it doing at least 15, which is what I assume what they increased it to, is going to be just good enough for Nancy. That's just a significant buff for her. Pretty good. Pretty good. Tuned, Hurt perk. We have tuned the Hurt perk accordingly. Hurt will now deal damage over time when a victim gets caught in a trap. Oh, they gave Venom to Nancy. Okay. Okay, yep. You know what? I like it. Yeah, buff the hell out of her. Buff the hell out of the granny, dude. Like, yep. She's now going to be like a threat with all this. Holy shit. And Tune Confusing Mechanic now has 1 charge. Can now be applied to the pressure tank, generator, or battery. Okay. So, in order to make use of this perk, the objective needed to be done by a victim, and then you had to like turn on the objective again with Confusing Mechanic. So now you can just apply it directly without needing to turn it off. I think that's gonna be really good, because Confusing Mechanic is 5, 10, 15 seconds. I think it should be decreased. I think it should be like less effect, but a more consistent perk. I don't know. I think that's what that this is a good change. I think that it may be a little bit overtuned now, though. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? For any existing or persistent issues, please use the support. Oh, this is it. Oh, but what do we have here? These patch notes are fake. Sorry. Yeah. These patch notes are fake. Wanna know why? Because I made them. You cannot even click on these. You cannot highlight this text, because this is an image. In order to make it look as accurate as possible, I did some stuff with Photoshop and just open it on a browser. Here's my OBS. Look, I even have this, which is the real browser. I've bamboozled all of you. So, why did I do this? Alright? Why did I do this? So, I didn't do this to be a troll. I didn't do this to be spiteful. I didn't do it because of any of those reasons. I did it because I genuinely think that this game is incredibly easy to fix. It has infinite potential. Infinite. And basically, the problems this game has are not like core issues. Like, it has issues like, for example, Choose Fight being one of the most busted perks that literally changed the way you play the game, because instead of running from the family, the victims are running towards the family to grapple them and stun them for 1 billion minutes, or like 1 billion seconds. So obviously 5 seconds, exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying. It has mechanics or things like the Leatherface cutscene, which are really outdated and should not be in the game anymore. It has problems with family over relying on scout, because movement speed is so important. It has issues with victim and family perks being incredibly useless and not having any purpose, that you can rework these perks. This is the benefit of live service games, by the way. Like, the benefit of live service games is that you can rework perks, rework content that you already have in the game. It shakes up the meta and people are happy. It's like playing a brand new game. It's like getting brand new perks. You use reuse content and people are going to be happy about it. It doesn't take that long. And the thing is that Gon has no ambition. They have absolutely no ambition. Like, the last dev stream was very, very disappointing. I don't care about Chop Top. People are talking about that. I completely understand that. But everything else, no level cap increase, no currency system. We have not gotten new escapes, no new map even. It's been 7 months since our last map. 7 months. There's just no ambition. They're just doing nothing with the game. The game is not moving forward. It's not moving. Like, the game moved backwards with the anniversary update, and they are not doing anything with it after that. We get like bugs every patch now. It's insane. And they're not hotfixing it. They're not doing anything. This update was unplayable for Xbox players. That's 1/3 of your player base that you're neglecting. That's insane. And mind you, this game is not going to die because, oh my god, the game is super badly designed and wholly unfun. No, this game is going to die. Which, by the way, I still think it's not gonna happen soon. At least it has maybe 6 more months in it. But it's going to end up dying because Gun doesn't do anything with it. Every single update is just a nothing burger. It's just, I'm pretty sure, like, I did this, and maybe I could be wrong. Maybe next update, it's like the best, most wonderful update, and people are going to be like, Elox, you were wrong. Like, they did most of these changes, and they did them better than you could have thought of. And I'd be like, oh my god, I'm so happy to be wrong. I'm so happy to be incorrect. But I'm pretty sure they're not even gonna nerf choose fight. This is a super simple change, by the way, just halving the time, and you fix the game. Like, and mind you, I'm not saying that every single change here is perfect. I want to let you guys know that. I don't think that I am some sort of messiah and I know everything about balance. Maybe this could end up being broken, the resilient perk I thought of. You cannot even click on this, by the way. But yeah, the resilient perk could be broken. This Sissy ability could be broken now, by the way. I was thinking about it, like maybe I thought of over buffing her. And maybe this isn't necessary because you could create situations where the victims cannot do doors. I don't know. Like, you'll have to think a bit about it a little bit. But the important thing is that it generates discussion. We talk about the game. We talk about how things can be changed. And right now, what are we talking about? We're talking about the same things we've been talking about for the past 6 months. Choose fight is broken. Grappling is too strong. The battery should not be 10 seconds. Why is the game bugged? We're talking about the same thing. And for example, like this blood harvesting thing that I did, this could make Grandpa more relevant, which is something that they wanted. They want to make Grandpa more relevant, but they did a change to Grandpa that didn't help. And instead of like maybe going back and thinking of another approach, they double down. And they're just very stubborn. They're very stubborn when something doesn't work. Again, I don't think these changes are perfect. I don't think they're perfect whatsoever. I think I'm stupid for thinking of these Sissy changes because I think that this makes her overpowered. But I wanted to just throw the idea out there. It's not implemented in the game, so what's the harm done, right? And I can assure you that these patches, like this fake patch notes, are a lot more interesting than what we're going to get. I can almost promise you that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm completely wrong again. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because it's really frustrating to see a game like this with so much potential be thrown away. When I go through the voice lines of the game, when I see the backgrounds, when I see the art that was done, this game looks amazing. This game sounds amazing. The actors did an amazing job. They mocapped the executions. The effort this game has in it. Honestly, like 4 or 5 years ago, I thought a game like this was impossible to make.
I genuinely think this game is fantastic in many regards, and it's just being neglected. It's being neglected by Gun. Like, we don't get like substantial updates. We get updates, but not substantial ones. There's no meta shakeup. There's no new characters. There's no new maps. And mind you, this game has done really well financially. The battle pass thing that they did, the season pass, whatever it's called, that sold well. The game has also sold well on all consoles. They're not lacking the resources. So what the hell is going on? You have to put some back into it. This is your job. If anything, if this game dies, you have no lawsuit to blame. It was 100% on you. You cannot even blame the community because the community has been more than patient. This game has one of the best communities I've seen. Like, generally, the content creators are incredibly nice and incredibly patient. Everyone is. And you're just throwing that away. You're throwing that away. Incredible.
And mind you, one of the most frustrating things is that you know they can do good updates, because the Hans and Maria update was one of the best updates this game has ever had. The skill tree rework was incredibly well implemented, and you have this monster of a license with a lot of people that have put their souls into the game, voice actors, actors like mocap actors, and you're just throwing that away. It's so baffling. And I don't want to be one of those negative Andys that are like, no, the game is dying, no, because people have been saying that the game has been dying since September of last year. And I didn't believe it then. And call me, I don't know, call me copium, but I still think the game can recover, simply because of how easy it is to fix. New content, you rework some perks, you nerf some of the most annoying perks in the game, bam, there you go. Game is fixed. Game is freaking fixed. It's so easy, but they have to do it, and they don't do it. And that's basically it. Sorry for the rant. Very unscripted video, I know. And I'll probably read the actual patch notes when they come out. I'll also make a video on strength and grapple when the grapple rework finally hits and I can test it. But from what I've seen, it's just I don't feel inspiration to make content about this game anymore. Like, it's just Gun is just not doing anything with the game. Even if you implement a prestige system in which you level up to 99 and then you go back to 0 and then you get a little star or a little number on your profile that says like your prestige 1, your prestige 2, your prestige 3, other games have done it. It's not difficult. And they just don't want to do it. Well, whatever. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.